go to sleep. Wake up, go to sleep. Wake up, go to sleep. Wake up, go to sleep. What should I do today? What didn't I get done yesterday? I'm bored. I'm stuck. I don't have time. If you notice, me just saying I don't have time was actually wasting time. One of the biggest deceivers in life is age. Age has this way of telling you how much quote-unquote time you had and how much time you have left. And yes, as you get older, your age raises. But time is not changed by age. It goes on and on and on. Time is the continued sequence of existence and events that occurs in an apparently irreversible succession from the past through the present into the future. Our age does have a past, present, and future, so I understand how we can get caught up in time is passing as we age. But I really believe that we are looking at time as a curse rather than the blessing that it was intended to be. Time is meant to give us joy because it allows us to keep going, to keep producing, to keep living. 24 hours does go fast, but so much can be done in 24 hours, in a week, in a month, and in a year. God did not give us time to make us miserable or to have us count down and reflect on what we didn't have in our life. Time is a gift because it allows us to continually have space to learn, grow, and thrive. If you do equate time with age, then you will not be successful in anything you do because you will be working against time instead of working with time. Jesus' ministry picked up at the age of 30. He made a remarkable impression on the earth in 3 years. 3 years is not a lot of time in comparison to 30 years of his life, but Jesus used time to his advantage, preparing for what his Father told him while waiting until the time his Father would make his Son evident to the world. And we are still talking about those 3 years. See, we waste time by not preparing for what God has given us for a future time. That's why you are miserable. That's why you are bored. That's why you are depressed. You are wasting your time. Let's look at a major deception of time from the story of Jesus. At the age of 30, most of us are thinking, I better have this, or I better have that. And if I don't have this by then I can't have that by then. But don't be deceived. God is not mocked. What he says has the capability to come to pass. It just needs you to use your time wisely to work towards positioning yourself to receive it. I'm quite sure that Jesus dealt with the battle of aging, being given a promise, living in the midst of poverty, living in the midst of lack, but still using time to prepare for his Father's promise to him. And by doing this, his correct usage of time revolutionized the world. So now I ask you, what are you doing with your time? The real concern is not that you don't have enough time. The real concern is, what are you doing with your time? I challenge you to push to respect your time and to use it wisely. I know it's hard to do it in a world of lounging on social media, comparing on social media, scrolling on social media, and depressing about what you see on social media. But let's set the record straight. There is power in social media, and it has nothing to do with scrolling and everything to do with time. Let me encourage you today. If you are 20, you have time. If you are 30, you have time. If you are 40, you have time. If you are 50, you have time. If you are 60, you have time. If you are 70, you have time. If you are 80, you have time. If you are 90, you have time. Shoot, even if you are 100, you have time. We all have time. And yes, time does go quickly, but our focus needs to change from watching time pass to knowing what to do with our time. The real problem is not that we don't have enough time. The real problem is that we don't know what to do with our time. Remember, Ephesians 5:16 states, we must make the best use of time because the days are evil. Colossians 4:5 states, we must walk in wisdom toward outsiders, making the best use of our time. Today, I challenge you to pay attention to what you do with your time. Yes, it will take some rearranging. Yes, it will be very uncomfortable. Yes, it will get hard, but your time is precious. Vow today that you will work hard towards not wasting your time. You have time. Every day you wake up is a new 24 hours. Your job is not to make time look like what you desire. Your job is to seek God and use time to reflect what He desires. To be honest, success is not something only special people get. The successful understand the gift of time. And as a child of God, you have an advantage over that because you understand the gift of time as well as only what you do for Christ will last. You have the recipe for success. And yes, we all do have an appointed day to see our Father, and we do not know the day, time, or the hour, but while you have time, use it. God has given you the gift of time to get things done. Shift your focus, push yourself beyond your feelings. You have been blessed with time. Now, how are you going to use it?